Tools needed for this project will be a 7/8 or 22 millimeter O2 sensor socket, ratchet, socket extensions. We happen to use the 3 and 5 inch combined, and that worked for us with our ratchet. It's also good to have a 7/8 or 22 millimeter wrench on standby, a breaker bar, torch. Having access from below the vehicle to utilize the torch was very handy for us in the end. Here with the 2016 Ford Explorer, and it is in need of a new O2 sensor. And so what we did is remove the cover. The cover just has a friction fit that goes on this, so you just pull up on the cover if it has one over the engine, and it just pops right off. If you find this little doohickey right here on your engine compartment, that is right past the air intake. On the back side of this thing, there is a connector right here where my finger is, that red. That connector is where the connector goes into the engine from the O2 sensor. So we've got to get that taken off.
Right there. There it is. Right there. Bingo!
Look at that.
That's it.
Okay. Now, all you got to do is get your little fingers back there, figure out how to unhook the thing so you can pull it out. That's got to be the easy part. The hard part is figuring out how to unhook that thing when you can't see it. We got ourselves a mirror right here. And yes, I stole that from my wife. All right, so we put that super clean mirror right behind this so you can see what we've got to work with. We just got to figure out how to get that stupid clasp to unhook. There's like a little lever on top. I think I have to push that in. Here's the Ford Motorcraft part number. And here is the part. It's going to be different for every engine type, so just make sure you've got the right one. Take a look at it, and then when you're looking online, buying these or picking them up at the auto parts store. This right here, this nut, that is a 22. You're gonna either use a 22 millimeter or a 7/8 wrench. Now, it's tight, so I don't know if this is gonna fit in there or if we're even gonna be able to get this in there. So this is so tight in there, we're just gonna get in there with the open end wrench.
Let me take my watch off.
Yeah, you got to remove all jewelry. Also, remember to disconnect your battery terminal because you're working on the electricity parts of your vehicular.
It'll be quite a shocking experience.
Yeah.
This is why you don't buy Fords, folks. Heat actually makes metal expand, so it actually would loosen it up if it was hot.
We did this for about an hour and then finally took the torch to that. Because right now it's about 4,000 degrees because we just torched it. That thing was seized on there. So we torched that thing. So now it's loose. We're going to pull that out. We put on some extensions and brought it to the top of the engine, just high enough where we could use a breaker bar after torching it and actually wrench it from above. This would be like a 15-minute job if we didn't have to try break that bolt out, but we finally did.
Nice, it's coming out.
There we go. All right.
Wow.
Look at it and see if she's a good match.
Looks good to me.
Everything looks super awesome on it. So, as you can see right here, there's this little nubbins. That little connector that we looked at earlier catches onto, and you have to, what do we have to do?
Pull
we had to, yeah, we had a pull on it or something.
I think what happened is you actually press inside.
Yeah, you push it in and then you got to pull this at the same time.
Yep.
Super easy unless you've never done it before. Oh, and then we just pull this cap off. This should have anti-seize already on it.
Which it does. Yep.
And honestly, that looks, you got the same part there. Yeah. It's just always good to just double check. All right.
In the hole?
Looks like it from my point of view.
Oh, good. Yep, it's threaded. So.
Okay. Let's get that finger tight.
Yes.
Oh, I can't quite.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just tightened it,
Okay.
but now we're gonna do a 1/4 turn just to make sure it's in there good. Real gooder.
She feels snug. I think that's all it needs to be. I don't think you want it super cranked in there.
Right there.
It should just. Oh, the red goes towards the engine. That's right. Oh, it just went in.
Oh, it did?
Okay, red towards the engine. Oh, and you heard that nice audible click. Now, I think to get it out, you push on that button. Hopefully this is catching it, because I can't even see. I think you push. I think I was pushing on this and then pull it on this. Anyway, I don't quite, honestly, we don't know exactly how we did it. We filmed around with it and it popped off, okay? Not gonna lie. We're gonna put this back on. All right. I like that your car lets you know you got power. The lights come on, scare the crap out of me. I was like, what did I do? So we'll just get this. Well, it started. That's what we call a win. So lessons learned, you could actually do this all the way on the ground without being lifted up, and it would be easier to access this, and you don't have to use ladders and step stools, except if you've got to torch it. We had to come up from below with the torch. I was watching it from above with a mirror and a flashlight, making sure we didn't catch anything on fire. So I'm glad it's where it is, but in a perfect world, once again, this should be 15 minutes instead of hour and a half. Yeah, but it was a good hour and a half. All right.
No swear words even.
Oh, that's right. It's a Christmas miracle. Now it's all about together. Plug in the code reader in to clear the code. That's what we call the mechanic's best friend. Well, she chooches. That's a good sign.